Hey familia, good morning. Wanted to briefly talk about maybe not cheating, but a little bit going off what you're used to doing. So, for example, a carnivore, you don't do vegetables, you don't do fruits, things like that. Yesterday we had a celebration, just like a little special kind of a brunch with family and friends, and I decided to eat chile, what we call jalapenos or chile serranos, which are pretty much the same thing. Serranos are typically more spicy, or they're spicier, but we eat them. I love them. They're called chiles toreados. Toreados means just really toasted. You imagine putting it in a frying pan or like a stove top, a pan, and you just fry it a little bit, make it black, crispy, and it's with salt. Amazing. So I just thought I'll try it. I haven't eaten in it a while. I'm sure it won't be any big deal. Well, I was also drinking coffee, and I drank a little more Splenda than I should have, maybe at the most 2 packets. I'm not used to that. My stomach has been hurting since. This is now the next morning. Not quite 24 hours, but I'm in a lot of pain. But it's a lesson to learn, and something that we should keep in mind, that if you're going to stay away from certain things, sodas, sweeteners, vegetables, fruits, carbs, things like that, and then all of a sudden you start them up again, you're going to feel like crap, and you're going to feel down, you're going to feel exhausted, tired, you're going to have pains, because eventually all this stuff has to go through your system. So I'm feeling it really bad. It hurts, and I don't want to do it anymore. I'll remember next time I want to eat chile. I'm Mexican, so chile is something that, when we were born, it was just second nature. I'd say, sure, let me have chile, the more the better. I'm getting older, but even people nowadays, I hear them in their 20s, and they're like, oh, no, it hurts me. So it is that our systems are getting more delicate, and they're just more sensitive to spices and oils. And I've got many years, over 40 years of eating crap, eating oils, eating carbs. So yes, eventually your system kind of wears down, so even the smallest thing will affect it. But now, since I'm doing carnivore, it's going to be even more sensitive. So again, just be careful in what you're doing. If you're like me and you're like, well, I'll have a chile toreado, or I'm going to have a hot sauce, or I'm going to have something, a Coke, for example. If you're going to have a Coke and then you have a stomach ache, it's going to happen, but let it be a lesson to you to not do that and share the knowledge with other people. I got to share the knowledge with my father-in-law yesterday about carnivore, and he had the typical, what do you mean you're not eating fruits and you're not eating vegetables? That's crazy. That's, eating meat causes diabetes, which is a huge myth. Eating meat does not cause diabetes, as we know, and we just know that increasing glucose in your system is what causes diabetes. So it's going to be fun, I think, journey educating people, and just like I told him and I told everybody else around me, let's go through 30, 60, 90 days of this. Check the results. Data doesn't lie. So if it's my numbers are down, the glucose is down, the testosterone's up, the other markers are down and normal, then that should be a good sign. Oh, and by the way, I'm losing weight, 20 pounds. That's also pretty encouraging. And by the time he left my house last night, he goes, maybe I need to try that for a little bit. So again, I grew up in the 80s. He told me himself, that's not what I was told growing up. What do you mean meat's good? What do you mean saturated fat is good? What do you mean cholesterol is good? This is weird. You have to eat fruit, you have to eat vegetables, and now we know that's not correct. But again, educate yourselves. Don't trust me, don't trust anybody else. Educate yourselves, get your own research, and honestly, your own body is going to be the best guinea pig, because whatever works for me is not going to work for you and won't work for the next person. Try it out yourself and post the results, ask questions. Let's get this together in a community, talk about it together, because this is really cool, and this is a journey. I think this is the last major journey I'm going to do in my life, where I know this is the one for sure for me, because I have a family to get to, I have a life to get to, I've got a lot of responsibilities, and I'm confident in this as well. So love you guys, God bless you, and let me know if you have any questions. See you soon. Hasta Dios.